and by being submissive to the woman.
Yes. And no. Because at the end of the day, it's all on everybody. You have to be responsible for your actions. But men, as you know, if I always say if this side did this, then everything would change. But whoever does it first is going to make the other side change automatically, because opposite is going to attract. You see what I'm saying? So if men stepped up and said, we're not going to settle for this. We're going to consider this trash. We're not going to support women like this. We're going to unfollow these women. We're not going to like no more of their stuff. We're not going to view no more of these type of videos. We're going to let go of all this. You know what I'm saying? Then women going to have to be like, well, damn, we can't be like this. So we have to change. Or if women say, hey, we're not making no more videos like this. We're just gonna shut up and we just gonna go mind our business and go to work and take care of our kids if we got some, and just stop being like, just ungodly, unworthy women. You know what I'm saying? What's we gonna do to me? I'm like, damn, well, I got to, you know what I'm saying? I can't treat them like that. I gotta treat her with some dignity. I gotta take her out. I gotta properly court. I gotta try to get to know her a little bit more before I try to get up in her underwear. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take this little thing a little bit more serious if I want to get close to her. But everybody is in the matrix, and when I say they're in the matrix, they've been programmed by the media. The media is the matrix. The matrix isn't whatever you plugged into is what's got you. A lot of people are plugged into this whole idea of modern day. That's why I said modern man syndrome, but it's also modern woman syndrome, modern woman syndrome. This modern syndrome where everybody has to be with somebody. I have to have somebody in my life. I don't have anybody with me. I need a companion. If I don't have anybody, then my life isn't worth living for. And all of these things. It's so modern that it doesn't even make any sense that people get desperate. And that's when people start to lower their standards. And that's when you get the low quality, because y'all is in a matrix and y'all don't even know it, because y'all think that, I ain't in no machine. I ain't in no movie.
See, that's be in the world, not of it.
That's what the Matrix teaches you.
You segued right into my final question, which was amazing, by the way. And it was, how can men lead better? And I would agree. I think that if men had held themselves to higher expectations and standards and didn't glorify things like women twerking online and carrying themselves in such trashy manners, women taking care of themselves and having good moral, if men were going after the more high moral women and praising them more, it would automatically change the culture of what's attractive or not. But when men are seeking these women on OnlyFans and of low morals, let me just say that, and they're I would say settling, because like I said, if you could build your ideal woman, that's not what you would go for.
Just be real about it.
Yeah. So when it's I think it has something to do with men's confidence, and as well as being raised by single mothers most of the time. But men can lead better if we stop going after those things and being attracted to trash qualities. And the women will follow suit, because men are supposed to be the leaders of the community. And right now we are failing as a whole. I'm not saying individuals, of course, but as a whole, we are definitely failing.
I had one interesting fact. And, it's just the reality of it is that, we go back to this modern man syndrome that, it just turned men into Simpsons,
Yeah.
Men are simps for sex. So if I had to put a number on it, I would say at least 75 to 85% of the men in America are simps for sex.
I used to be one also.
You know what I'm saying? And we out here simping for sex, and nobody calls it that. When you out there in the game and you run the streets, nobody calls it simping, but it really is. If you lying and you run a game just to get you a little trim,
I ain't did that
for the night. You know what I'm saying? That's simping.
I ain't never did that.
But that's what I would consider.
What you consider.
I mean, that's simping to me. Now, running the streets and just hoeing is hoeing. You know what I'm saying? When you hoeing, you hoeing. It ain't good. It's not better than simping for sex. I think both of them are equally bad. I don't think one is over the other. But I'm talking about people who are suffering from simping for sex, meaning they're lying. They're going out of their way to impress a lady just to have sex with her one time.
Yeah, they go. But I seen it.
That's you know what I'm saying. Hoeing is hoeing, but you know what I'm saying. Like this right here is hey, this is something that's really just is destroying your mental fabric.
This is so funny. See, my idea. I have a real life example. One time, this a lady was she found herself attracted to me, and she was trying to holler at me. And I wasn't really giving her too much attention, but I was holding conversation with her. And another male came into the picture while we were talking and started singing. And he was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then I'm like, damn, he's simping for sex. It's like, you willing to go that far to obtain sex from her, even though I wasn't like interested in her. I was just really just having genuine conversation. But to me, I'm like, wow, what type of man would go that, you do all that for some sex?
It's happened to me before too.
That's crazy.
It's happened to me before too.
It's a word for it. It's just I just can't think of it now outside of cock blocking. But
they doing what they gotta do, man. They ain't got nothing else. They ain't got no words, so they try to use. You know what I'm saying? I can just use my voice.
Random talents.
Random talents. You know what I'm saying? Hey, however you get the, you know what I'm saying? However you get the trim, that's how you get the trim. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like
shouldn't be so sex driven.
Like Big Sean has said, when you give yourself to a woman like that, you giving yourself to her in a way you can't get back.
Yeah.
Big Sean said that. I ain't quoted line for line, but he said something along those lines that made a lot of sense to me.
And women too.